Hey, it's been a while. I had to do a Stones video. It's been like, I don't know, 2 months probably since we've done a Stones Friday video. We've done the Stone Roses on Friday, but not the Rolling Stones, so yeah, whatever. Hi guys, welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. Going through the motions. And we are back with the Rolling Stones. And two covers. One of them being their, I guess, very first #1 single, and they're both. First off, they're both live videos. I'm guessing on TV shows. I don't know exactly what shows they are, but the songs are "You Better Move On" and not that one. It's "You Better Move On" and oh boy, I had it up. It's All Over Now. I don't know why the other one's up. It's both from 1964, I believe. One of them being a cover from Arthur Alexander, which I think that's "You Better Move On," and then the other one was originally written by Womack. What was the name? See, I do the research and then I forget it. Bobby Womack and his sister-in-law Shirley Womack wrote it, and it was released by the Valentinos, featuring Bobby Womack in '64. The Rolling Stones heard it on its release and quickly recorded a cover version, which became their first #1 hit in the UK, and that was in July of 1964. So I'm guessing this performance is around that time. But other than that, that's it. Stones playlist right there. Leave a like. Patreon in the description. That's it. Alright. It's All Over Now. The Rolling Stones in 3, 2, 1, go. Small Lee.
Well, baby used to stay out all night long. She made me cry. She done me wrong. She hurt my eyes open. That's no lie. Tables turning now. Her time to cry.
This is just like a video, right? With the audio over it.
But it's all over now. Because I used to love her. But it's all over now. Well, she used to run around with every man in town, spend all my money playing her high-class game. She put me out, it was a pity how I cried. The table's turning now, her turn to cry. Because I used to love her, but it's all over now. Because I used to love her,
Oh, wow.
but it's all over now.
That's crazy. Look at that crowd, bro. Whoa. Okay, Mick Jagger, get down. That's Keith?
Well, I used to wake the morning, get my breakfast in bed.
That was
When
sick.
I got worried, she'd ease my aching head. Well, now she's here and there. Well, every man in town still trying to take me for that same old clown. Because I used to love her, but it's all over now. Because I used to love her, but it's all over now. Because I used to love her, but it's all over now.
He's got some moves, bro. He really does. Bill and Charlie, steady as always. guessing Brian Jones is up there too somewhere? Is that the lineup? That was sick, bro. You better move on.
You asked me to give up the hand of the girl I love. You tell me I'm not the man she's worthy of. But who are you to tell her who to love?
He looks so young, bro. It's crazy.
That's up
Both
to
of them
her.
do.
Yes, and the Lord above. You better move on.
Small kid
I
gang.
know you can buy her fancy clothes and diamond rings, but I believe she's happy with me without those things. Still, you beg me to set her free, but my friend, that will never be.
Wow.
Better move on. Now I don't blame you for loving her, but can't you understand, man, she's my girl, and I'm never, never, ever gonna let her go.
What a voice, dude. Seriously.
Yes, I love her so. Well, I think you're better off now from getting mighty mad. You asked me to give up the only love I've ever had. Maybe I would, oh, but I love her so. Never gonna let her go. You better move on. You better move on. You better move on. You better move on.
Better move on. They never disappoint, bro. I really do. I just admire Mick Jagger in general, bro. Like, put the rest of the band aside. Obviously, they're amazing. He really is, like, just almost, I feel like, the face and the heart of the band at the same time. Obviously, Bill and Charlie, Keith. I mean, like, they all, every person that came in and out of the band throughout the years, like, they all left their impact and did their thing, but there was the steady, you know, group for a while there with a little bit of people filtering in and out throughout the decades, but I don't know, man, like every iteration of the band like had something really, really great to offer, you know, be it the psychedelic stuff that I'm more personal to, the 70s material, the 80s material, like it's all different, but it's all the Stones, and this is definitely a more unpolished, almost I wouldn't even say raw, because the talent obviously is there, but it's definitely not the Stones that, I don't know, that comes a year later or 2 years later. But at the same time, this is still excellent. I mean, like, that's a great combo, basically, of like a fast-paced cover, you know, and then a very more moody, almost ballady cover in the second one. So it's a good, you know, counterbalance to each other. It shows off their range and how dynamic they can be, you know. They're very flexible as a band, but like I said, they still retain themselves no matter what, it seems like. There are a couple songs I've heard where I'm like, this is the Rolling Stones, you know what I'm saying? There's a couple live tracks that we've done that I'm just like, you know, from the future than this, you know, and it's like, holy shit, man, like they put on a hell of a show. But no matter what, even 1964, man, Mick Jagger is a showman through and through, and he's got such a wonderful voice, man. Like, it kind of gets sometimes hidden by the antics, I feel like. Well, I call them antics. I love them, though. You know, just the hopping around doing his thing. But he's got a hell of a voice. Like that, there's a reason why that, you know. Well, I'm not gonna say there's a reason he survived this long, but I mean, like as a vocalist, you know, because a lot of vocalists, if you don't take care of your voice, especially singing for 50, 60 plus years, you're gonna blow your shit out eventually. Like I knew vocalists that did the screamo stuff, let's say, you know, for my generation, and doing the pig squeals and the growling. They literally within a year their vocal cords are shot. You know what I'm saying? And obviously Mick Jagger didn't do that, but he obviously took care of himself in some sort of way. It's just cool to see them at this point. You know, this is the very beginning. You know, and well, I don't know if it's like the exact very beginning, but you know, it's towards the beginning. And it's only uphill from here. You know, they started pretty high. I'm not gonna lie. The second one. Probably wasn't my favorite of the two. I'd say the first one was. I really enjoyed Bill and Charlie in that. I really liked the solo. Obviously, that solo was just like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? That's two songs today where a solo has gotten me kind of just like in a jump scare sort of way, and I'm like, whoa, what the hell just happened, you know? And I love it, man. I'm guessing that was Keith ripping that off, but I could be wrong. I don't know the exact lineup for 64 right here, but it is cool to hear their, you know, first ever big hit, I guess you could say, in the UK, their number one single. And it's interesting that, you know, they had a really good taste for music, it seems like, for their covers. Like they really went outside the boundaries of what I'm guessing the norms were back then, or maybe they didn't. I don't know. I know there's a lot of people that covered other people's stuff throughout, especially back then, you know, more famously, I guess, like the Byrds and Dylan and stuff like that. But that went on with so many other bands and artists. They just cover each other back and forth. And it's cool, man. And it's cool that they had such a knowledge of the history of, you know, rhythm and blues in general. I know that that's Mick Jagger's like favorite genre. It has to be, man, because I've seen him up there singing with like Muddy Waters and all of them, you know, and he just has the time of his life. So I'm guessing they're all really big blues fans because they know their shit, man. They really do, because you can tell by the covers that they, you know, choose to do. And I think that's it, man. Definitely the solo in the first one was my favorite, but Mick Jagger singing in the second one was also excellent, man. He's a hell of a crooner when he wants to be, and then he can just be right up, just energy highway, basically, too, at the same time. And it's a cool dichotomy and duality that they have. I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to leave a like on your way out. And if you have another track by the Rolling Stones you think I'd like, leave it down below. As always, have a great day.